Guten Morgen, half a day, and Heckian. Sorry, I am staring at Russell right now, and he is all cute on the hoodie, but it's like super perpendicular to my monitor in the camera, so I'm like, no one can. Yes, slow blinks. Oh, it's a big slow blink. Oh, he's such a precious kitty, and I'm like, could I show you guys him? I can try, but it might mess up the camera. No, yeah, my cable's attached to the wall. Damn it. Anyway, today we're playing Dagon, the DLCs. There are 2, and if I remember correctly from the main game, it's a little bit of a short thing. But if you like their vibe, there's Pools of Madness, which essentially is Cthulhu with pool. Amazing. Then there's this, they just released the demo, and then there's obviously the complete edition. So let's get into it. So we have this, the Little Glass Bottle DLC, the Railway Horror DLC, and then the Eldritch Box DLC. This is just like ebooks, audiobooks, wallpapers. It's like, fancy schmancy stuff. It's not a game, but if you want, it supports them and the people of Ukraine. So let's hop into the Little Glass Bottle. Yeah, it's a short adaptation of a story by Howard Phillips Lovecraft, written when he was about 7 years old. Original words and spellings have been kept. Profits from all DLCs are donated to humanitarian organizations. Click for more information. Thank you for your support. So, fun fact.
Heave to! There's something floating to the leeward.
Do I need
The
space?
speaker was a short, stockily built man whose name was William Jones.
Okay.
He was the captain of a small catboat in which he and a party of men were sailing at the time the story opens.
Oh, during the game, you will encounter interactive elements. Some of them will allow you to continue your journey. Others reveal interesting facts about the original short story, its historical background, and the author. Some of the trivia is hidden. In order to find the secret, focus your eyes and look for the elder sign, this thingy. So they're telling me to right click, so look for this. I'm looking. There we go. Howard Phillips Lovecraft was born on August 20th, 1890 at 9 a.m. in Providence, Rhode Island. The exact date when the Little Glass Bottle was written is unknown. Young Howard probably penned it in 1896 or 1897. It was first published more than 20 years after his death as part of the anthology The Shuttered Room and Other Pieces, 1959. Lovecraft himself regarded The Little Glass Bottle as a youthful attempt at a humorous story. H.P. Lovecraft to Reinhard Kleiner on 16th November 1916. Scans of the handwritten original can be viewed in the digital repository of the Brown University, Providence. Alright, so we got to keep our eyeballs peeled. And then this is to continue.
Aye, aye, sir, answered John Towers, and the boat was brought to a standstill.
Sorry, I have my little keycat mouse pad and I'm trying to make sure my wrists be comfy because I played 4 or 5 hours of Warframe yesterday. I got far. I finally revealed my operator.
Captain Jones reached out his hand for the object, which he now discerned to be a glass bottle.
So now you got me paranoid, game.
Nothing but a rum flask that the men on the passing boat threw over, he said. But from an impulse of curiosity, he reached out for it. It was a rum flask, and he was about to throw it away when he noticed a piece of paper in it. He pulled it out, and on it read the following. January 1st, 1864. I am John Jones, who writes this letter. My ship is fast sinking with the treasure on board. I am where it is marked on the enclosed chart. Captain Jones turned the sheet over, and the other side was a chart. On the edge were written these words. Dotted lines represent course we took. Towers, said Captain Jones excitedly. Read this.
Hold on, did I not turn on my chat? I thought I did. There we go.
Towers did as he was directed.
Make sure there's no secrets.
I think it would pay to go, said Captain Jones. Do you? Just as you say, replied Towers. We'll charter a schooner this very day, said the excited captain. All right, said Towers.
Oh. There is an interesting legend about one of the offshoots of the Lovecraft lineage, the Musgraves. They were in possession of a 14th century chalice, most likely from Syria or Egypt, called the Luck of Edenhall. Legend has it the goblet belonged to some fairies who happily drank from it at the St. Cuthbert's Well. When curious people suddenly appeared there, the fairies escaped, abandoning the goblet. Then one of them shouted out a warning. If this cup should break or fall, farewell the luck of Edenhall. Fortunately, the chalice survived, and you can still admire it in the V&A Museum in London. This legend has been reappearing in pop culture over the years, ranging from an old German ballad through the name of a pop rock band to manga. Oh. Did not know that. Okay.
So they hired a boat.
Just make sure there's no secrets. No secrets. Well, now you got me. Hold on. Looking for secrets. Secrets. Childhood games. One of Lovecraft's favorite children's games was creating complex scenes using building blocks, models, tin soldiers, and clods of earth. With their help, he played out various historical scenarios. These events were sometimes short-lived. They represented a war, a plague, or simply a thrilling spectacle of travel, commerce, or some event that led nowhere. But sometimes they spanned long eons, reflecting changes in the appearance of the landscape or buildings. H.P. Lovecraft to J. Vernon Shea, November 8, 1933. It's especially interesting considering his later writing career. There was a kind of intoxication in being lord of a visible world, albeit a miniature one, and determining the flow of its events. It was not his only childhood pastime. He enjoyed riding a bike he received for his 10th birthday so much that years later he described himself from that period as a veritable bicycle centaur. Hello, Louis. Heck Ian. I goeth well, and this be the Dagon DLC. So, Lovecraft spookies. And this is a story that was written by him when he was like 7 or 8, so it's like, he's like, this was my attempt at making a humorous story when I was a child. And we get some, like, historical facts about the writer and, like, the time period.
It started off governed by the dotted lines of the chart.
Hold on, make sure there's no secrets. Keeping our eye out for the Eldritch sign. Alright, I don't see it. Hold on. Aha! Fascination with science. H.P. Lovecraft learned to read at the age of 4. He quickly became interested in exact sciences, especially chemistry. As a 9-year-old, he even started publishing his own amateur magazine, the Scientific Gazette, and sometime later the series, The Chemistry. Around 1900, the future master of horror developed an interest in Antarctica and began writing treatises on expeditions to the continent. This undoubtedly influenced one of his famous works, At the Mountains of Madness, written 30 years later. As a 12-year-old, Lovecraft discovered astronomy, which he later considered his most moving experience. Realizing the immensity of the cosmos had a huge impact on his worldview and work, laying the foundations for the cosmic horror genre. The mastery of the concept of an expanding universe still makes me shudder in a unique manner. A Confession of Unfaith, 1922. Alright, one secret achieved. Wachow.
In 4 weeks, they reached the place where directed.
Good job, crew. Oh, hold on. Any secrets? Gotta be very vigilant for these secrets. No? Okay.
and the divers went down.
They look so cozy. Hold on. Aha. Literature. Lovecraft developed an interest in literature at a very young age. One of the first books he read was Grimm's Fairy Tales. A year later, at the age of 5, he discovered the 1001 Nights collection. As a 6-year-old, he came across the darkly atmospheric illustrations by Gustave Doré, which made a huge impression on him. At the same age, he became fascinated with Hellenistic myths and began his writing adventure. My attempts to write in verse, the first of which I made at the age of 6, were then the form of raw, internally rhyming ballads, and I sang about the deeds of gods and heroes. Selected letters. However, 2 years later, his literary taste underwent a key shift. That's when I discovered Edgar Allan Poe. It was my downfall at the age of 8. I saw the blue ferment of Argos and Sicily plunge into the darkness of the miasmatic fumes of the tomb. Selected letters. He was like a freaking Poe! Alright, get on down there. Fishies? Oh, fishies. Are there any secrets here by the fishies? No, no secrets. We're swimming. Hello? Grandpa. Whipple von Buren Phillips, Lovecraft's grandfather, was a very important figure in his life, as the writer said himself. My beloved grandfather, became the center of my universe. Selected letters. Van Buren Phillips introduced his grandson to various works of art he brought from his travels, exchanged letters with him, and helped him develop his passions. He largely replaced Lovecraft's dead father. Interestingly, he also cured him of his fear of the dark by encouraging him to walk through a series of dark rooms. Young Howard's grandfather was probably the only family member to tell Lovecraft improvised mystery tales, which undoubtedly influenced his later work. Okay, so the grandpa told him, like, made-up stories, and he's like, oh, it's beautiful, I love it. Also, spooky eyes, here for it. Flask? Also, what an interesting sound. I don't like this feeling. Okay, just making sure there's no other symbols. Nope, yet. Alright, off we go.
And came up with an iron bottle. They found in it the following lines scribbled on a piece of brown paper.
Is it just like, tee-hee, got you? Hold on. Yep.
December 3rd, 1880. Dear Searcher, excuse me for the practical joke I have played on you. But it serves you right to find nothing for your foolish act. Well, it does, said Captain Jones. Go on. However, I will defray your expenses to and from the place you found your bottle. I think it will be $250, so that amount you will find in an iron box.
Is that how they wrote 250 back then? Hey, they said original penmanship, right?
I know where you found the bottle, because I put this bottle here. And the iron box. And then found a good place to put the second bottle. Hoping the enclosed money will defray your expenses, some I close. Anonymous.
Anonymous. Yeah, give me this. Oddities. There are a few puzzling elements in the little glass bottle. For example, the number 25.0.00, which is not a typo as this amount appears in the text 3 times. It is not entirely clear why Lovecraft decided to write out the number this way and what he meant by it. While publishers and translators interpret it in various ways, in our opinion, he most likely meant $250. The map used in the game replicates the original version drawn by Lovecraft for the story. Did you notice that the land marked on it is signed as Australia? Australia. A simple typo, or maybe young Howard was already creating his own lands and unknown islands in his imagination. It is also puzzling that the dates in the letters in both bottles are almost 17 years apart.
I'd like to kick his head off, said Captain Jones. Here, diver, go and get the $250.
Okay, there's that. Any more? Oh, sorry, I gotta zoom in. Nope, off you go. This is gonna be like, haha, I got you again. Alright, Abdul al-Hazred. Influenced by 1001 Nights, Lovecraft started using the pseudonym Abdul al-Hazred and persuaded his mother to take him to all the Oriental curio shops and fit him up an Arabian corner in his room. H.P. Lovecraft to Robert E. Howard, 16th January 1932. It is not entirely certain whether the pseudonym was created by the young writer himself or invented by the family lawyer, Albert A. Baker. The name Abdul al-Hazred is certainly very well known to the lovers of the Cthulhu mythology, nicknamed the Mad Arab. Abdul was the author of the Necronomicon, the infamous forbidden book of secret knowledge, and has been mentioned by Lovecraft in various works. Later, Howard became very fascinated by ancient Rome, which resulted in the adoption of another nickname at the age of 7, L. Valerius Messala, which he used during games. That's an interesting name choice.
In a minute, the diver came up bearing an iron box.
It's gonna be like another tee. I just know it is. I know it's gonna be another like, hee, got you again. Ah.
Inside it was found $250.
Okay.
It defrayed their expenses, but I hardly think that they will ever go to a mysterious place as directed by a mysterious bottle.
We hope you enjoyed this little trip into the world of Lovecraft's childhood. We would appreciate it if you took a moment to leave feedback and check out our other games and DLCs. What's the bedtime stories one? Nice, nice. All right. We'll leave like a little window to cut because I'm gonna, for the DLC purposes. That way I can put them on their respective channel page. We got them all. I know for Dagon I missed like 4. Ooh, now we got this one. I'm excited about this, but I'm also excited about this one. All right, give it a moment.